Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizzano, and you are listening to another episode of the world famous, the University Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But, ladies and gentlemen, you and I we just call this show Online Marketing Moves, and we are coming to you live today. Today is Friday, August the 2nd, 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, we are closing out the week with a bang. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, right now, as I told you before, we are on vacation. But look at me, recording episodes for you, okay? Because I love you, okay? Now, if you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, as I told you yesterday, I need to ride in a private jet, so I need you to listen to the show. I need you to tell your friends to listen to the show. Tell your friends to go download Spotify or go subscribe on Spotify. Man, listen, we are better than any show on Spotify. We can kick Joe Rogan's ass. Okay. Listen, I don't care if you're Bill Simmons, Joe Rogan, the Call Her Daddy podcast. Man, we better than all them shows, okay? Listen, put us in the alley. We beat them all up, okay? So, stop playing. This is the marketing show. Everybody needs to learn how to market, you know? So, you need to subscribe and listen and stop messing around. We need that jet, baby. We need that jet money, baby. I need new shoes. Mama need new sneakers. Okay. My baby getting bigger. She need new shoes too. No, I'm just kidding. But you need to subscribe and you need to give us 5 stars and you need to put comments under the show. The more comments, the more likes, the more subscribers we get, the more we can advance, the more we can do things. So I just need help from the audience. So I'm asking you in the kindest way I possibly can, to join, be a part of, come come out of the dark, son, and come into the light and join the program. Okay. So today we are going to talk about where do you get ideas? How do you get ideas? Where do you get ideas? Why do you need ideas? You need ideas because we talked about it the other day. You want to start producing content, more content. You want to start producing things that you can sell, things that you can give away, content. You need all the content that you possibly can get. So we need you to figure out where do you get ideas. You can get ideas from anywhere. You can get ideas from conversations. You can get ideas from TV shows, from movies. You can get ideas from going on walks. You can get ideas while talking to your spouse. You can get ideas while sitting around with your baby. I've gotten ideas from anybody and everybody, from strangers. I sat there and thought, that's a good show. I've talked to people I know. That's a good show. I've watched TV. That's a good show. I watch episodes. That's a good show. I like to draw back on things I like to talk about, things that I get ideas from. When my brother starts whining, I get ideas from him. I used to watch wrestling. I get ideas from there. I watch Eddie Griffin. I get ideas from there. I talk to my wife. I get ideas from her. I got a friend I call sometimes. Talk to him on the phone. I get ideas. I get ideas during that conversation. I get ideas. I use them. I write them down. I take notes. I take plenty of notes. I have a lot of index cards that I write stuff down on. And I come into the office from time to time, go through them, and I go, ooh, that's a good idea. I got to get back on that. Got to use that. Got to use that. I can pitch that. I can do this. I can do that. I have a great idea about. I have a great idea. I ain't gonna tell you the name. I have a great idea about network marketing that I'm gonna make a website about. I wrote that down. I have that right here. I have ideas about going to Upwork and outsourcing research because I need to do research, but it's 24 hours in a day, but I don't have time to sit around and research all day. So there's something I want to do. but I want to research it. So I'm going to pay somebody to do research and come up with a spreadsheet so I can start emailing people, And so I have ideas about that. I just have ideas about a lot of things, and you're never short on ideas. You can always have ideas, but the most important thing when you have those ideas is to churn and burn them. Okay, use them. You can't do everything, so some are gonna get pitched, but as long as you're coming up with ideas, if you're thinking, you're always on top of it. You want to just create. You just want to have the creative process going. You want to have the creative process moving. As I told you before, I've done 800 something episodes of this podcast. You don't do 800 episodes without having ideas. I got ideas, thoughts. You want to have the same. You want to be able to, at a minute notice, be like, all right, I want to do this. I want to do that. I have an idea for this. I have an idea for that. And always be planning ahead. This is checkers. This is chess, not checkers. You want to always be ahead of the game, have a few steps ahead. Because as I told you, I was going on vacation. I said I'm going to record a bunch. I am going to record episodes so that way, on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, no, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, they're going to be recordings already, And so you want to have that. Why is this always popping up? Okay. But yeah, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. So I'm going to record, have episodes so that way they could be uploaded. They could be ready to go. They'll go to the YouTube and all that stuff, And so you just want to make sure that you have stuff always ready, always available, ready to go. Because the more ideas, the easier it is. The more things you have to talk about, because you can always have things to talk about. I know when you first get started with something, we talked about this before. We talked about fear in the first part of the week. When you first getting started, you're like, I don't know what to talk about. But whenever you write, whenever you create content, you always have things to talk about. You can always talk about your life. You can always talk about what happened in your life. You can always talk about things that happen to you, things that happen to people that you know, things that you thought you could have done better, things that you done well that turned out good. You can talk about that. Things that you thought were going to go great, but didn't go great. You can always go on that. Your life is a vast, flowing river full of things that have happened that have been great and that have happened that have not been so great. Failed relationship, failed business ventures. We've all been there. We've all done that. But the thing is to step out and use the ideas. Talk about yourself. Talk about the things that happen. And you can use those ideas, or you can use those ideas that you see other people do. Of course, you see when you hear things from other people, you always want to give them credit. As I told you in the past, I've listened to books from different people, and like Lyndon Baines Johnson or Walt Disney, and I say, I heard this in the Walt Disney book, or I read this in the like I've been reading a book about P.T. Barnum, and he talked about, getting the money, and I put that in the title last week, And so you can get ideas from anywhere. I get a lot of ideas from audiobooks I listen to, from the books that I read, at home. And so there's the ideas are just floating around, grab them, use them, apply them, and some you're not gonna be able to use. It's just the way it is, Some you're gonna use. Some are not gonna go great. Some are gonna be home runs. It's just use them. Have them written down. The more ideas you have written, the easier it is for you. Because if you ever come up one day, you're like, what am I gonna talk about? You can pull out your idea book. You can be like, all right, boom, I'm gonna talk about this. Because and then like now, I've been doing this for a long time. I can go to the microphone, I can hit record, and I can record. Is that the greatest thing to do? No, but sometimes if there's something that I want to talk about in the middle of the podcast, I'm just like, this ain't working. I can pivot and I can try something else. Okay, but you always want to have ideas handy so you can use them in your stories, in your business. Just ideas are great. Thoughts, wait, and just like I wrote this whole thing once about Pretty Woman, and that was going to be one of my affiliate reports that I used. I still have it on my computer. I can always flesh it out. But then I thought, I don't know, that's the best. I wrote it. I got to like 1,500 words, and I was like, I'll go back. Maybe I need to go back and check it out. But I got the idea because I watched Pretty Woman a bunch of times. I enjoy that movie, and I thought this is good. So, ideas can come from any place. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to close out the week of Online Marketing Moves. We'll be back on Monday with all new episode. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your weekend. Email the show, as I told you. I want to see a bunch of emails when I get back. I'll be checking my phone every now and then. Not as much because I will be on vacation, but I will be going through making sure the shows get uploaded and all that, I have them scheduled and all that. But you can always email the show. As I told you, we're going to have a number soon. You can text or, don't call, text, because I ain't going to answer the phone if you call. It's just the way it is. As I told you, we need more listener participation. So I want to hear from you. I want to talk to you. I want to see what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show, what we can change, what we can do, because as I told you, this is the best show, but we need more engagement. And so I am looking for more engagement out of you. So let me hear from you. Email the show, Tony@TonyRosano.com. You can always send a message, and soon we'll have a phone available. And sooner than later, much sooner than later, we'll have a website that you can go to and look at things and check things out. But until Monday, thank you for listening. God bless each and every one of you. And as always, everybody, peace.